Hello everybody and welcome back to Gardens and Crystals with me, Wesley Peterson, and today we are out in the area of our garden here at Crystal Cottage called Mariana's Corner. And behind me I have a little evergreen patch where I've put a beautiful mountain pine that grows into a bush and some other beautiful golden evergreen bushes, different varieties of bushes, dark green as well, and Norway spruce. And I feel like the area needs a little bit of a pep up. I need to add some rocks to give it some character, some bigger rocks and then smaller rocks all around, also to keep the moisture in the soil, because some of these plants look like they're drying out. And well, we've had rain at the moment for a while, but it will dry out soon and stay dry for longer periods, and it's very difficult for these evergreens to stay lush and green if the moisture isn't kept into the ground. So I'm just going to get on with plucking out rocks I find round and about in the garden here. We have many and this is a hard job and I need my big little muscles to get this done. In the background today you're going to hear soaring. That is the guys out in the forest area behind us here. They are sawing down all of the silver birch trees that are growing too thickly around the Norway spruce. So they need to thin them out a bit so that the trees grow up with thicker, stronger trunks, because if there are too many trees around each other in one go, they grow up long and thin because they race up to the sky to reach the sun, and then the wood isn't going to be of good quality. So they're out there doing their thing as well. But anyway, let me just get on with this and you will see the transformation. So of course, I'm quickly going to show you the area just before I start, and then you'll see it again, of course, at the end. So this is the whole area. You can see the golden bushes here at the bottom and some other different evergreens. And then you can see my beautiful mountain pine with its candles on. We can go in and take a closer look at that because it's absolutely gorgeous. Look how that's growing. Just beautiful. And then I have Norway spruce here up behind. And you can see an eagle flying around in the sky just there. Perfect timing. How wonderful is that? So, back to the Norway spruce here, and all the different varieties of evergreens I have going on. So you can see the area needs a little bit of a pep up to keep the ground moist and keep these plants happy. And to give us some interest in between them. Oh, this is hard work. I'm getting the biggest rocks that I can manage to handle myself. Rolled this into this wheelbarrow, put the stone behind the wheel, and then had to lift up and get the weight of it at the front of the wheelbarrow so that I could race across the garden with it. But it was still hard work. And now I've got to try and roll it into place somehow. How am I going to do this? Seriously? I have to actually take some of the plants out to be able to roll these stones in. Otherwise, I'm just going to crush them. So this big bad boy is actually very beautiful, and I feel like I want to put it over here on this side. So that's what I'm going to do. So first I need to dig out these plants to get this stone in. So now I've got it into the bed. Let's get it the right way around. So that's the first big boulder in place. Now I can go ahead and put that plant back in its spot, and it will look like that rock has always been there.
Rock number 1. Now let me go and get another one. So now I've found me a lovely taller rock that I'm going to be able to put at the back, and it's a bit thinner so it was easier for me to carry, and I will have to support it with smaller rocks behind to keep it up, but it's going to elevate the back of this border so nicely. Watch this. That's if I can carry it now. Whew. It's like a big shield. I'm thinking of my sister Stevie when I'm doing this. She does weightlifting, but I don't. Oh. But I did it. Let's just move this. So look at that straight away. It's giving a pop of that beautiful white glow right in the middle of this green evergreen border. And it's just elevated it and given the eye something else to look at. But no time to waste. Let's get on with number 3. So I did it. But this time, I didn't just get rock number 3. I got rock number 3 and 4 together. 2 beautiful big flatter rocks again, very heavy still anyway, that I can put in the back there to elevate this display. So I've got to try and carry now these rocks, but they do need some support behind first. This rock had a lovely kind of orangey glow to it, so I really wanted to put it in the bed. So, see if I can do this now. This is going to be hard. Sister Stevie, are you watching this? I need you here right now. Did it. I did it. I need it a little bit more over to the left. So there we go. Even from that distance, you can see them because they're tall and they're bright and they're beautiful. And the 2 different colors, a lovely orange and a lovely white. And I have another tall one in the wheelbarrow now that I'm thinking that I want to put in where I put the lower one over there. So I'm going to have to swap those around and move that one more to the front where it will look lovely, spread out more and lower. Yes, that's what I need to do. So I'm going to have to take that one plant out once again. But it will be fine. The ground is moist and it was a plant that I'd only just planted there, so it will be fine. Now I'm going to be able to put this one to stand up at the back with a little support. So, gather my strength again. Here we go again. Oh. And there she blows. Oh, that's lovely. That's much better. Now we can see the back rocks much better. And then I can put medium-sized rocks around in the middle area and smaller ones in the front and around. And this is going to start taking off and looking really gorgeous. So now that plant is back in place. Now I want to figure out where I want to put that lower, very heavy boulder. It's going to go around the middle here, so I'm going to have to move that one bush in the middle because I want to put it a little bit left of center in the middle there, I think. Again, I've only just planted these plants. This one's drying out anyway, but I hope after all this and lots of rocks around it really will help to keep the moisture in the ground. I've only just planted this evergreen bush as well, so I'm going to have to move that because I'm going to have to roll that rock into place because it's so heavy. I can't carry it all the way around there. So, let's get rolling. Hope you can't see my builders. I hope you can't see my builder's beep. See, let's have a little look. That's fine. So I just want to elevate that rock one bit because it has a nice flat surface, and I'd like that to be flat because then I could put something on top of it, some kind of display piece, a little ornament, a crystal, a pot, something to catch the eye. So just like that, that's lovely. So now it feels like it needs another rock down here, another bigger rock in this area to draw a kind of pathway of rocks to the back. So let's go and find that now. So now I've found a beautiful rock that has quartz in it, in this lovely granite boulder shining out, which is going to look lovely in that front area just there. And then we'll see how I do with the planting of these evergreens if I just bunch them in with some of the others, because then I could put some lower growing evergreens around these rocks at the front here. That would be really gorgeous with time. Now look at that. 3 beautiful pieces there. That just looks gorgeous. I can just imagine it now when it's got lovely lower growing plants or rocks around the edge. I might even just go and buy some bags of wood bark and just fill out the rest of the area when I'm finished with all the rocks with wood bark, so that it really accentuates the rocks and the green of the evergreen bushes. And this just looks like a beautiful statement piece of garden already, and I'm not even finished. So I'm just going to get a couple more big rocks, and then we might be done with those. So I've also found some pieces that can be low and lay around a plant at the front here. I have one that's got a perfect shape that can lay around this evergreen down here. So one more big rock on this side to give a little bit of elevation, and then the rest can be just left and filled in with wood bark to keep the moisture in. So now I just need to get the golden evergreens here into place again, and then I'm going to actually get some more soil and build up some elevation, because it feels like now that this should be a little bit more like a rockery, and rockery shouldn't be flat. So I'm going to put some more soil in, fill it up, and then after that I'll be able to get some wood bark and lay that on top of that, and then see what it looks like as it is, or see if I want to add some more evergreens in between here and there, lower growing plants, but we'll see. So first, let's get these plants back in place. There we go. And then the next one. Actually, I need to elevate the next one, as I was talking about. Soil first. So now I've got my soil, just going to get filling up in fast forward. So the extra soil is in for now. Looks very nice. It gives an idea of how it's going to look with wood bark on top. I'll get this last bush planted, and then I think I'm finished for the first part of this makeover of this wonderful evergreen plant border. So this is the beautiful stone crop that I was talking about planting in the front. This is an evergreen succulent plant, and it just spreads very fast, very beautifully, and gets smothered in yellow flowers in the summer, and the bees and all the other insects love it. So it'll be a lovely contrast to the rest of the bed during the summer months, and will also spread out lovely and green. So that's nice. So that was it, quick and easy. All you have to do is get a lump of that stone crop, break it up, lay it on the soil, and it will figure out the rest itself and bush out in no time and become a lovely string of stone crop, evergreen, beautiful yellow flowering plant for you all summer. I'm feeling quite pleased with how this looks right now. It's lovely and calming, and the stones really do give your eye a nice place to rest. So yeah, I really feel like that was a success. So let me take you in now for a closer look of this bed as it is now, not completely completed, As I said, I want to put wood bark in there, and it will need a spray off and tidy up later. And I'm going to have to keep on top of the weeds that come out in this bed, but I do that with all my beds anyway, and that's why I like having my borders as I have them. I can go out and concentrate on one or a few each day and take everything out that's not supposed to be there, and it doesn't feel so overwhelming because I can just take a bit at a time. It's not a huge area, it's just this area. So I can take every weed out of that area, and then I can go on to another one of my borders and just take all the weeds out of that and keep it in control that way. So I really hope you enjoyed seeing this border transformation today and the closer look at everything. And see what I said about the rock in the middle? I wanted it elevated up a little bit because it had a flat surface. That gave me a perfect spot to put a beautiful blue vase with some lovely evergreen sempervivum in it. And it just looks gorgeous. I really love that blue within the lighter rocks, the darker soil, and the green plants. This border is just really starting to take off now. I'm so happy with this transformation. Another interesting feature about this little garden is around it is wild garden at the moment. Well, not the back. I've planted Thuja Brabant, and I have a red dogwood behind, which will flush out soon and look beautiful with its red stems against all the green and white here. But on the left side, it's very much more wild. It's an area that I'm letting stay wild for a while until I figure out what I really want to do with it. And that's fine. I'll just keep this area clear from all the weeds, the wild plants in the wrong places, because I love wild plants in my borders, mixed with plants I've bought, if they're not taking over and if I can manage and control them. But anyway, all I have to say to you now is thank you very much once again for watching Gardens and Crystals with me, Wesley Peterson. Please remember to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you know when my next video will be coming up. And I will see you again very, very soon. Goodbye.